If ever a little girl wanted to do something, that little girl was Catarina. Since she only wanted to go to Sunday school, you may be surprised that she was not allowed to go, especially as she was perfectly healthy. The day was bright and sunny, and Sunday school was almost in her own backyard. Catarina watched from the kitchen window as the children started to gather under the big palm tree next door. She wished she could be with them as they sat in a half circle around the tree and watched the teacher pin a Bible story picture to the trunk. If only she could sit with the children and listen to the story. Oh, Madre, she said to her mother, please, please, can I go to the Sunday school? See, I have been 2 times already, and it has not hurt me. Please, may I go? No, said Katrina's mother. Something inside me tells me that Sunday school will be bad for our family. Go on now, you are in the way while I'm cooking. A tear ran down Katrina's cheek as she walked out onto the back porch. Another tear followed as she brushed past her father, who was warming his feet on the steps. Now then, he said, when he saw Katrina's sad face, what is the matter? I want to go to Sunday school, she said sadly. I want to hear the Bible stories. Go then, said her father. You may go 10 times until you have heard a story for each finger on your 2 hands. Just listen carefully so you will remember the stories well. Hurry now, for they are starting. Katrina ran as fast as her feet could take her to the little circle of children under the palm tree. She listened carefully and she remembered what she heard. The next Sunday, Katrina went again to Sunday school and again and again. She went until she had learned a story for each of her 9 fingers, and now the smallest finger on her left hand was waiting for the last story. As soon as Sunday came, Katrina would have a story for that finger too. But before that last Sunday came, something very sad happened. Katrina's family moved to another village, just like the first one. Only there was no Sunday school. Katrina asked her new little neighbors about it, but they only said, what is Sunday school? Oh, said Katrina. A Sunday school is when you have a big palm tree and the children sit in a circle around it, and the teacher puts a Bible picture on the tree and tells a story about Jesus. I know 9 of those, one for each of these 9 fingers. Now only my last finger is waiting to hear a story. Katrina, said the boys and girls, let us have a Sunday school. You can be the teacher because you know the stories. Tell us the stories about Jesus. Katrina thought that was a good idea. She asked the children to sit in a circle around a big palm tree, and then she pinned a plain white paper to the tree. Now, she said, you must imagine that there are hills in the picture, and on the hills are shepherds with their sheep, and you really did have to imagine because there was not even a mark on that paper. It is night, Katrina continued, and it is dark, very, very dark. Then all of a sudden there is a great light. And who do you think made the light? It was angels who came to tell the shepherds that Jesus was born. But who is Jesus? Asked one little boy. Katrina told them, and that was the first story. Oh, Katrina, the children said, we like finger stories. Tell us some more. So Katrina told her new friends story after story about Jesus. She told how he was born in a manger and how he healed sick people and fed 5,000 people with one little boy's lunch. She told about his death on the cross for our sins and about his coming back to life. All the stories that she knew, she told again and again until many of the children knew them by heart. The children enjoyed the stories so much that they gave names to Katrina's fingers. There was the shepherd finger, the manger finger, the temple finger, the disciple finger, the sick finger, the lunch finger, the preaching finger, the cross finger, and the resurrection finger. 9 names for 9 fingers, but still the last finger had no name. Oh, I wish I knew a story for the last finger, Katrina would say, but she did not, so she started again with the first finger. One day, a missionary came to Katrina's new village. She gathered the women and children together and began to tell a Bible story. Oh, we know How the story ends, the children said, that is Catarina's third finger story. The missionary did not know about Catarina or her fingers, so she started to tell another story. That is Catarina's sixth finger story. One little boy called out, "Who is Catarina?" The missionary asked. "And what is all this about her fingers?" And someone talked. Catarina came shyly forward. "I am Catarina," she said, "and I know a Bible story for each of these 9 fingers, but sadly, my 10th finger always stays empty. Can you tell me a story for this little finger?" When the missionary had learned more about Catarina, she said that she thought Catarina's 10th finger was a story by itself. After Jesus came back to life, she said, just before he went up to heaven, he told the people, "Go into all the world and tell the good news." That means Jesus wants us to tell people about him. I think that you, Katrina, have done as much as any little girl could to obey that command. Because the day you moved to this new village, you started telling the children about him. And from that day on, the children of the village called Katrina's last little finger the go ye finger.